Alton Towers is my personal favourite theme park in the UK, and it has 10 different roller coasters. So today I thought it would be a cool idea to rank them up, from the Octonauts roller coaster all the way up to some of the best coasters in the UK, like Wicker Man, the Smiler, or Oblivion. So let's get straight into this absolutely incredible video. So starting off at number 10, we had the Octonauts River roller coaster ride thing. This ride, I've been on it once. I can't say I'm proud of it, but I had to do it for the credit. It's a fun ride. Good family coaster, definitely. It's not even a family coaster, it's a little kiddie coaster. You literally go up, do like a helix, and then you just do a hill, and then you go around into the brakes, and then you do it all over again. So a pretty fun ride, and can get lots of kids started off on their enthusiast journey. But I was like 9 when I rode it, so I wasn't the most impressed. However, we are taking a massive step up with the Runaway Mine Train at number 9. This is one of the best family coasters I've ever been on, because it's just got such a fun ride. It really feels fast, and you don't really get too much force. However, on that helix and the tunnel down by the River Rapids, that's such a cool interaction, and it can give me a little bit of force, and this is such a fun ride, and is easily one of the best family coasters I've ever been on, and it's just pure fun, honestly. At number 8 is Spinball Whizzer. Now this is such a compact ride. You whiz through every element, and it's a lot of fun. However, I think it's pretty lackluster compared to Dragon's Fury at Chessington World of Adventures, because it's quite short. Like, you just do a couple in-one turns, lots of helixes and stuff, and it's a fine ride, but just not the best. Now at number 7 we have Rita. Now there's a certain person who is known to hate on Rita a lot, and I somewhat agree with their opinion, because I think this ride, it's just alright. Like, there's nothing particularly bad about it, other than it is honestly one of the most badly paced coasters I've ever ridden. Like, the first turnaround, it's intense, yes, but you lose so much speed on it. And then you just do these 2 massive hills, give no airtime, and you lose even more speed. And then you go around this turnaround at like probably 40 miles an hour, and initially you're going at 60 miles an hour. Then you just do another turnaround, do another hill, which doesn't give any airtime, and then you just slam into the brake run. And it's just like, there's so much lost potential here. Like, they could have made a very fine, like, Mack launched coaster here or something, and they were like, nah, we're going to make a really boring hydraulic launch coaster. The best part of it is the launch, and it's a good launch. However, when you've got stealth launch in the same country, nothing much about it. Anyway, at number 6, this is where the real good ride starts to come in. We have got 13. Now, I used to rate this ride so highly, and that is because I really liked it, because it was the first thrill roller coaster that I ever went on that properly had really, like, proper thrilling elements like airtime and stuff. And whilst it does have airtime, it's a very gentle floater, and some of the elements are very good. However, it's just so short. It's just so short, and part of that is because it has the whole drop track section, but they could have made a much better, more fast-paced ride, similar to what they did with Wicker Man, which is much higher on this list. In total, the drop track is a great part, and that backwards section in general, indoors, very, very good. However, other than that, I just don't think it's the best ride, because it just is way too short to be good. Anyway, at number 5 is Galactica. Now, this is such a fun ride. There is nothing wrong about it. It just doesn't pack the force that I really like on roller coasters. And in general, this ride is just all about the pure bliss of just flying around, having a great time. The part where you're on your back and you're just lying down looking up the sky is great. So I can only imagine doing that in like a pretzel loop, say on Flying Dinosaur, with intensity. That would just be insane. But this ride, it's just so much fun, and I can't get enough of it, because every time I ride it I just want to go back around, and it's one of my brother's favourite roller coasters as well, which is cool. At number 4 we have Oblivion. Now, whilst I may have complained about 13 being short, I'm not going to complain about Oblivion being short, because that drop is ridiculous. ridiculous. I can only imagine what like the 200-foot dive coaster would be like, because this drop is the best drop I've ever been on. You just hang over and then you just drop down, you pull out, and it's so intense in the pull out, and you've got all the mist in your face so that your hair literally gets like gelled at the bottom. It's insane. And when I came out, my hair was just sort of backwards. It was so funny, and it was definitely one of the best coasters at Alton Towers that I went on. And out of my 2 rides on it, it's the one roller coaster that I'm genuinely still afraid of, because that drop is just so intense. It's got some great floater airtime all the way down with those like really good B&M over the shoulder restraints. It's just a lot of fun, and genuinely a coaster that takes my breath away every time I ride it. Now at number 3 we have Wicker Man. Now this was easily one of my favourite, this is my favourite wooden roller coaster without a doubt, because of its just insane ride experience. It's got a twister layout by GCI, and it just has so many rapid fire turns, really good laterals, some good airtime pops, and some fantastic theming elements. With that near miss going into the Wicker Man 3 times, it's insane, because you're just ducking your head, you'll have your hands up for the whole ride except for those parts, and it is such an enjoyable and fun experience that I just can't get enough of. Now at number 2 we have the Smiler. Now this has got to be one of my favourite roller coasters. It's in my top 3, to be honest, and that is because of its just ride experience that it's impossible to memorise. You're just going through an inversion, you're like, okay, this is, and then another inversion, and then you've got an airtime hill, which is absolutely insane. The airtime hill is absolutely incredible. There are 2 of them. The second one gives some of the most sustained, strong ejector airtime ever, and I can imagine that's what the B&M Hyperspeed hills feel like, and it's so good. You get sustained ejector airtime all throughout the train, and we can't talk about Smiler without talking about that finale, because you have a very, very deadly snap on the Cobra Roll, which sent my head just going boom, boom, like flying around the train, and then you drop down and you do this double corkscrew, and it is so insane. It's like really misshaped. It's almost like a barrel roll, except not really. And you do a twist into the brake run, and I'll never get tired of this ride. It is so much fun. And at number 1 we have Nemesis. This is, in my opinion, better than the Smiler, because the Smiler isn't that intense other than the finale, whereas Nemesis is intense. And you whip through every single inversion. It's such an incredible layout for an inverted roller coaster, so unique, and the fact that this was the second inverted coaster ever to be made just shows like how much B&M improved from their Batman the Rider clone, and how it dips in and out of the tunnel and stuff. It's such a fantastic coaster, and definitely the best at Alton Towers. However, that might change someday if I get another really good run with Smiler. And that is my top 10 coasters at Alton Towers. There are only 10 roller coasters there, so I guess it's ranking all the coasters at Alton Towers. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a comment down below on what your opinion on this list is, because my opinions aren't definitive. If you want to have Octonauts as your number 1 roller coaster in Alton Towers, then sure, go ahead. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.